Today I'm going to do a big bulk meal prep for my dad so that he can have some nice healthy food in the freezer over the winter. And I'm also going to show you a couple of little spots in the beautiful southeast corner of Sweden where I grew up. So let's dive in. Hello there friends, and welcome back to Simple Essentials. My name is Emmy for those of you who are new here, and normally in this channel we talk all about organizing your life, meal planning, prepping food and things like that. Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a huge bulk meal prep, but I'm also going to show you a couple of little spots from the beautiful part of Sweden where I grew up. As you know, if you follow the channel, I live in Melbourne, Australia with my partner, who's thankfully also a minimalist, but I grew up and most of my family still lives in Sweden. And we've been super fortunate to be here for a couple of weeks now, spending time with friends, family, lots of kids that we haven't seen. It's been 3 years since I was last home. And one thing that just strikes me every single time I come home is how beautiful it is where I grew up. So I'm sitting right now in the house I grew up in. I'm going to be cooking all these meals in the kitchen, which is right behind the camera, where I grew up. And my dad lives on his own, so I really wanted to give him the gift of some nice, healthy, nourishing food over the winter. And I'm also going to be sharing with you the walk that I took earlier today. So the landscape where I grew up, it's shifting into autumn at the moment. In Australia where I live, we're just going into spring and summer. So it's quite nice to see the shifting of the leaves, but also the peace and quiet and tranquility out here. And Simple Essentials is a lot around organizing your life and your world, but it's just as much about knowing the things that are important to you. And every time I come here, I get reminded how nature is a really core value of mine, and it really just brings me back to the simple things that I love. Interestingly enough as well, I'm going to be using some elk or moose mince, and the moose that we are going to be using today was actually hunted in this very forest that I was walking through this morning. So very locally sourced, and yeah, let's get meal prepping. I'm going to show you some of the stuff we're going to make and enjoy. you so much for joining me today on this meal prepping. I am confident my dad is going to package this up in a way that suits him so that he can have some nice healthy dinners and lunches for the months to come. I think one of the hardest things when you live far away from family is that you do want to be there for them and help them out. And it makes me feel really good that I could use most of the items that was already in his pantry and in his freezer to create some really nice healthy meals that would have been a bit tricky for him to cook on his own. I hope you enjoyed today's video and the little glimpses of my childhood Sweden, and I look forward to see you in the next video.